Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Peacemaker Season 2 review series. This is episode 5 plus 2, which means it's episode 7. Oh boy, I guess in the podcaster mischief just now. Go check out Marvel Alliance. I host that tonight with David. So there you go. Forgot to change my name. I'm joined by...
I am Kirkland with an H. Kirkland.
I'm the wall mural Taylor Field.
If you would, I guess, only me and Kirkland are prepared for this episode with our nicknames. Taylor, least prepared whatsoever. But
What? It's a great nickname. It's very relevant.
Sure. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about Peacemaker. As usual, we'll give our non-spoilers thoughts. In case you haven't seen the episode, we'll take an ad break, and then we'll go right into spoilers. So that's when all bets are off. Check out, obviously, Alien Earth ended last week, so we got that, on the feeds. We got, what other team? We got Gen V happening right now. I do my Trash Told You twice a week. Tomorrow to begin an episode of me reviewing the Smashing Machine, so look out for that.
Is that the Rock movie?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, that's going to be the face-off.
That's the one you're
between
seeing,
these two.
Kirkland, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for you to tell me all about that one. I'm not watching it.
Why? Why wouldn't you watch that movie? It looks good. Rock doing something different for once?
There's a lot of stuff out that just seems way better than that.
I don't know. It's Oscar
Tron.
contender. That's fine. Yeah.
Tron Ares, baby. It's coming up.
I don't know about that. I don't. We'll see. This is a different discussion.
You're
We'll
not
get off
seeing it?
topic.
You're
What?
canceling that episode?
I am, but if you were to ask me, what do you think's gonna be better, Smash Machine or Tron Ares? I'm gonna say the guy that directed Uncut Gems is probably gonna make a better movie than the guy that directed Dead Man Tell No Tales,
Nine
which
Inch
is the
Nails.
worst. Which is I got the album already. I don't need to see the movie. It's on my phone. I got that shit already. Which
Did it
That's
spoil
what
the
I mean.
movie at all? Yes or no?
there was a couple
track
track titles that
names.
were a little like.
Okay.
It's
Like,
definitely
no,
gonna make sense in the
John,
movie. Yeah, 30 seconds to Tron. What? No, but yes, lots of good stuff on the feeds. Obviously, subscribe to Patreon. Lots of fun stuff there. A little bit left to vote on the Halloween retrospective poll, so please, Patreon producers, do that as it is close. And I don't need to run a tiebreaker right now because we're already behind on stuff. We got the White Man Can't Jump retrospective up there. That's exclusive for patrons. We got the Tron Legacy and Tron retrospectives that are exclusive for patrons. Like Kirkland just mentioned, we are going to be watching Tron next week and reviewing it. That will be on the Friday though, because we do have the Peacemaker finale. We don't know how long that is, so we're going to bump that for Peacemaker, because Peacemaker probably going to do a bit better numbers. Just taking a little guess there. And then lots of big reviews coming up. Tron Ares, Black Phone, maybe Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, Shelby Oaks. I feel like I'm missing one more in there. Maybe I'm not. But lots of good movies coming out. So lots of stuff. Subscribe to the feeds if you want to support us. Head over to Patreon and become a Patreon producer. Just like John, the reason we reviewed White Man Can't Jump is because he became a Patreon producer and he picked that movie. We got Bike Riders next because Sam Green picked that. Our other Patreon producers, Cocktail Clay, Charlie Randall, Jimmy Renner, God Loves Me 69, Superman Mike, Sam, Jack Grant, April Darkness, and Aaron Braden. What's up, Kirkland?
Interesting order of read off. I respect
Well, because I was
that.
talking about John and Sam's retros. So
Yeah,
I
I know.
thought
You
let's
started
go-
from the back. That's like
The other
doing the
way.
alphabet backwards.
Oh, I love starting from the back.
Which I play the Kurt Angle fucking laugh.
That was me.
I've
after
been like
Skyfall,
working on
first night
that.
with
I feel like
Emily.
I just do that around the house sometimes. Shay will say something, I'm just trying to do my with like the shoulder bounce too.
Yeah, he's going for it. But lots of big stuff, and we got Extra Life happening to November 8th, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit after. So, Taylor Field, what do you think? Penultimate episode here of Peacemaker, going into the finale. Obviously, we're left on a big thing last week as far as what we're doing. Lots of stuff here. Obviously, probably a hard episode to talk about in a non-spoilers portion, but at least did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Albeit a shorter episode. It was still...
They're getting shorter and shorter, man.
Shorter and
33 minutes, you fucking kidding me?
But again, the
Like,
finale will be longer than the average episode, right?
so
Double?
39 minutes. So
Yeah.
cool. He didn't say double. No, it just could be longer. And these episodes have been short, so means nothing.
Yeah. But no, I definitely I had a lot of fun with this episode. It had a couple things that just completely caught me off guard, but some action in here that I was totally jabbing with. I was really liking it. Vigilante just really, really liked him in this episode. That was really, really good. And we got a lot of really, really intense, traumatic stuff going on with Chris. And I thought this is great. You know, John Cena's doing a really bang up job here. I'm feeling the emotions and yeah,
Yeah.
everything that just is going on. Like I think I'm looking forward to breaking it down because while it was shorter, there definitely was a lot that was in here, and it didn't feel like it was a shorter episode because we got a lot of really good stuff in here. We got some just characters that are just connected, not connected, but moments where we have two characters together and they just get moments where it's the one-on-one and you get to really kind of take in a little bit more of this their connections, their ongoing narrative, kind of just more development is what I'm trying to say. So I really appreciate that this episode had that for being, you know, next week is the finale, but in this week's episode it was action packed. We got a lot of progression with our characters, development and everything. So I think that this episode kind of just hit all the points for me really, and I'm kind of pretty happy with it. And again, comedic wise, there was just a lot of really funny beats right when the episode starts. Hence my nickname. It just fucking cracked me up. I was just like, man, to be like hired to do something like that, just be like, man, I know you're getting paid for it, but still, I mean, we'll break it down in spoilers, but it still has to be like, man, it's just uncomfortable to do something like that. But to each his own. Money's
Shower
money, I
scene wasn't in
guess.
this episode. Yeah, that was last week still.
Yeah.
Kirkland.
Although this was a short episode, I think there was a lot in here. Even though it was only 33 minutes, I really, really enjoyed this. I think there's some really great acting in here, some good emotional stuff that just really surprised me. Like it was just really impressive with, yeah, like the level that the actor got to. So that was really impressive, and good action, good just comedy in there too. Like I just felt like a nice why am I trying to do a difficult word? It was a mixture of a fun time. Yeah, subsequently. It was just, yeah, it was a really good time. I'm totally vibing just with this season as a whole right now. I feel like the last few weeks have just been positive thumbs up. So I'm really, really just vibing with the show. It's gonna be sad that it's gonna be over after next week, but it's been fun, and honestly, it's got me like more excited for the future of DC content with James Gunn kind of leading the charge there. I'm just kind of impressed with where I'm at, because I feel like I was, for whatever reason, just standoffish. I'm like, yeah, let's wait and see how well this universe plays out. But I like Superman. I'm liking this, so yeah, I'm liking where we're going, and yeah, I think that's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, I thought this was a really good episode too. It might be my favorite. I don't think that's like saying much, because I don't think there's been like, oh, every week I've had an episode. I love this one, love that one. I feel like it's all been varying degrees to mid to fine to like, okay, that was pretty good. With obviously there's some good gags along the way, but I thought this was a good one. Got some good action here. You got some revelations in here from our world and the alternate world. Some that were very surprising. One in particular that I was quite caught off guard, and then the result of that I was also caught off guard as well. So and yeah, I will say that actually I think I don't know if he was the highlight of the episode, but I do think Vigilante, there's something about, like, it's minor spoilers, the two of them teaming up. It's all been seen in trailers and whatnot. It's like something about the two of them worked better than the one of them for me. I don't know why, but I also think visually those suits look really good, like walking together. I don't know. They just look like a unit. They look like you would not want to mess with these guys.
They
but,
fought like a fucking
Definitely.
unit. I loved it.
yeah, it was,
Definitely in
it
this
was
season,
cool.
they don't fuck around.
Oh, they're taking anybody
sorry, this
out, right?
episode.
So, yeah, it's just one of those things that I really enjoy this two-man power trip. There's a couple like just small notes I have about some jokes that they set up that didn't really work for me because it just was kind of convoluted. But yeah, I think it's left me though in a place, because I feel like we all thought, we'll get into spoilers. I think if you would have said, "Hey, how's the season gonna end?" we would have said, "Oh, X, Y, and Z," and something like that. I do think this put us in a situation where I don't exactly know where the finale is going to take us, because it feels like this could have been the finale, which is kind of a good thing. So hopefully next week there's some interesting things that come from it. It's not, maybe it's what Game of Thrones used to do, right? Maybe it's the penultimate's really big, and then the finale's just very calm, and that's fine if there's good character stuff. Game of Thrones had some great finales, but that was always the thing, right? As far as big penultimate, and then the episode was always a cool down, right? And I don't know, because James Gunn said is like season 3 is not being planned, but it's like not off the table. He said these characters are going to appear in other stuff. I'm not sure if that's going to be that Waller show that they've been working on. I still think you'll get a season 3 eventually of this, but we know Peacemaker is in Superman, it sounds like. So it's tough when I don't know how much of a cooldown you want to go. You want to maybe end on a high if you don't have a season 3 coming right away. But yeah, good performance throughout. I thought there was actually one scene in particular that Cena wasn't, it was an emotional scene, he wasn't as good as he was. So before Kirkland cut me off with the Tron stuff, that's why I was like, I can't wait to see Smashing Machine tonight, and then I get to keep going back and forth between Rock and Cena, because I know people, that's been a big debate. I at the beginning of Peacemaker said I was Team Rock, and I feel like after Smash Machine, I'm going to be solidified on Team Rock, because I'll just say there's a certain scream that Cena did tonight, and I was like, there got to be another take of this. They're going for something, and it just didn't work, so I thought that was a little weaker. But other than that, a good episode, and I'm interested to see where we end off on all this. So, anything else? Non-spoilers? All right, let's get into spoilers. So we'll be right back after this ad break. One of you two write it down, because I will be seeing said Smashing Machine after this. So it's probably Taylor, because Kirkland's not moving and Taylor's going. So there you go. We'll be right back. And we're back. And like I was talking about before, a little bit ago, November 8th, our Extra Life charity stream this weekend or tomorrow, whatnot. I'll have the links for, I should put the link in this. If you're listening to it, the link will be in there. Don't worry, boys, I'll put it after. But the website is up. We're trying to raise $2,500 for the Children's Hospital. I think if we raise most of that amount or even a little bit under, we could cross 20 grand Canadian for Extra Life our entire time we've done that. So it'd be a huge milestone. So we would like to do that. So we very much would appreciate that. Today we've been talking about throwing ideas that we're going to wait till we're a little bit closer, but we will have the stretch goals or just the unlocks that are going to happen for each tier we get to. There's going to be some fun stuff planned. You can see right now there's already a mini schedule up that is tentative, because things can always change a little bit closer, especially with the trivia battles and other people's schedules. But lots of fun stuff. GeekVerse Gauntlet, the trivia battle, fucking Liar's Dice. We're going to be busting that out. We've been talking about that. I got it on the schedule, so it's going to be a good time. Is that what it's called? It's called Liar's Dice, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. But yeah, very much would appreciate if you can donate from now until November 9th. The stream is on, obviously, the 8th, but obviously we go for 24 hours. We stay up an entire day. It gets wild. It gets tons of fun. There's video games. There's going to be trivia. There's going to be our shenanigans. We might even record a podcast in the middle. We might be doing a very, very late podcast. Who knows? But yeah, tune into that. We'd very much appreciate it. If you can't donate, that's fine. Just share the link, or especially like the video and come tune in on the day of. That stuff helps push it towards everything else. All the donations are tax deductible. All the donations are going to recovery for kids, surgeries, transplants, caregiving, all that sort of stuff. So we'd very much appreciate it, and it's going to be a very fun day. And Kirkland, in a couple weeks you get this back, but you might not get to hold on to it for too long. It's yours the whole stream until you lose it.
Is my name engraved into it? I thought we were supposed to get that done.
Of course.
That was the okay.
Yeah, but then I unengraved it because of the GeekVerse Cup, so that's the trophy. Title into a trophy. Let's see. Espo says the woke dragon. Yeah, that did come true. I agree. The next episode doesn't seem like a finale unless they're hiding a lot of which they could, says Espo. Yeah, and that's the thing where I don't know what they're going to take from that. Maybe we'll get to that once we talk about everything. But so in this episode, we picked up right where we left off, where this was so fun. We were talking about this last week because Mike was his complaint, or I don't even think complaint, I think it was a valid critique as far as, hey, I get this, but how does Chris not notice? And we were talking about, okay, like the flag and everything, would you notice that? And Taylor said, like, how long would it take you to notice? But then when she's like, oh, you don't see, all these books on the desk? No, like, you didn't see the mural? And then when it was the mural of Hitler, was like, okay, I liked the joke, but then they did almost go too far. Like, okay, maybe that is almost too obvious. So like, how the fuck did he not notice that? But we open up that way. He says, oh, hardcore, I think we're going to break up. She goes, why? Because what I'm going to do. And then they kick ass. They get out of there. And officially him and our prime Peacemaker and Hardcore are on the run from the police. And yeah, also, I don't know if we're going to get next week, but I was wondering if we're going to get a Ric Flair Jr. here, and we didn't. So I'm wondering if we're seeing that character again, or was it just for the joke? And if it was just for the joke, I'm a little disappointed.
I think
by
you'll
that.
see him. I think
I
he
hope.
could team up. Argus is going to go with I can't remember Peacemaker's brother's name. They're going to go with him, and Keith. They're going to come into the real world, and I think you're going to get some interesting dynamics there.
Do you have time for that?
No,
Oh,
this is
it's
a
one
season
episode.
3 thing. That's
Okay.
absolutely another future season thing. That storyline for now has been wrapped up though. For this season, I don't think we're going back. Period. I think we're just going to deal with the fallout of Rick Flag Senior and Chris and all that.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. I just was like taken aback when Gunn said like there's no immediate plans for season 3. So it's like we're gonna be waiting a while till we get this storyline. Because I agree with you. It seemed like that was closed off for
He
another
doesn't want to see his
time.
wife in any more intimate scenes for a while with Peacemaker.
Let's
He
save that for
writes the
next
show.
season.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to see it. He can see her do whatever.
Oh, that's what he writes her to do. Yeah.
Jesus, nothing even happened this episode. Continue on.
Yeah, oh, sorry, Taylor.
No.
They're on the bike. She was hugging him on the bike, guys.
There you go. That's exactly it.
Oh my god.
Rubbing up into him. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get like any more Rick Flag Jr. I thought that the Grill Master Frank Grillo was gonna be entering this universe, and then that's when he would have interacted with him. But obviously that didn't occur. So yeah, a little disappointed that we won't be getting that in this season. And I sure, yeah, it's a little breadcrumb for the future, but it's if James Gunn himself said that there's not really any immediate plans for that season, like that could also just never happen, right? Like plans change all the time. I just judging on this season, it's a little bit disappointing that we're not getting any more of that because, just as a season, it is just a joke that Rick Flag Jr. appearance.
As
which
of
is-
now, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. They get out of there. We pick up back with Ads, who's running from all the races. This was a joke where it's like, I get what they were going for, but it made no sense for her to like jump in the pool. Like when she's running and she jumps in the pool, it was just to set up Judo Master to shock them to make the joke later. It's like you wouldn't be faster that way. It made zero sense for her. Like I rather they just. Like I just don't. It just bugs
She's
me
seen
sometimes.
It Follows, and that's how they take out the monster, and It Follows. So
Yeah,
it's
throws
just on the same plan.
like all you need is the people to grab her and they fall in the pool. That's all you need. Like you don't like it. Just was a weird choice for her to jump in the pool to start swimming away.
I take it as she couldn't go around because the pool was too big and there wasn't like enough. I mean, it's a quick cut scene, so I'd have to
It wasn't
revisit it.
that big. It was
Pretty big
just a
pool.
regular sized pool,
Big enough
So-
to hold like 30 people in there.
Okay, but so you're saying it was so big it would have been faster for her to swim exhausted across the pool than just walk on the land?
She's a good
Never-
swimmer.
You're going down
She's a good
first in
swimmer.
the zombie apocalypse day.
You'd be doing
Come
that
on,
too,
Maston.
Travis. You're a strong
I-
swimmer.
No, but not when it's like that. Not when the ground's right there. Just walk
If there's
around.
a beach, you're choosing the water versus running on land, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I guess. But we finally meet Judo Master. He saves her. He takes her back to the universe. He gives her the whole. And this is exactly what I was talking about a couple episodes ago. Remember, I think it was episode 2 or 3, where there was an entire like 30-minute episode of just John Cena explaining to Adabara like what was going on with the other universe and his brother and like this. They give Judo Master one scene. He sits down, tells everything. They go, okay, let's play Scrabble or Scrabble. Boom. Perfect exposition. He got everything. Yeah, I read history books, the Nazis one. Yeah, it was this. It seems like you can't be gay, you can't be a different color. It just sucks here, like, and then
But they
say,
love
"Oh."
Jesus.
Yeah, she's like, Jesus. He's like, yeah, they like him. But like that's where it's like, this was perfect. This to me showed that Gunn can do this. Gunn can do this in his fucking sleep, explain that. And that's where I wonder in the alternate universe, because Maddie was asked our Discord like how we all felt about the season overall. It's like, I don't want like the, Disney Plus 6-episode event, but I do wonder. I feel like this would have worked a little bit better. But yeah, she gets all the information. They play Scrabble. He's eating some Cheetos with the H at the end. And again, too, with Judo Master, never I'm super annoyed, but I never care like too much about the character. But I enjoyed him this episode. So I enjoyed pretty much all the Judo Master content, I think, for the most part. So that worked for me.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was simple, clean, and like, yeah, he has a smart plan. Like, we'll just chill here until nighttime, and then we'll go back to the door, and then like we'll just go that route. It was logical. It made sense. It's not like there was some elaborate scheme to like overcomplicate it, and I feel like it just made the character seem intelligent, and I am enjoying this character, which is, I don't know, I feel like it was whatever in season 1, but here in season 2, it seems like it's evolving a little bit. And then similar to what you were theorizing with Tim Meadows in previous episodes of how he potentially might join the team, I could definitely see that. It seems like that's already kind of halfway there with just how he was bonding with ads, and I just like the two of them together too.
Even at the end, like obviously he went over to Rick Flag Senior. It's like pretend he's with them, but he's still covered for them, right? When John Cena gives the story, he's like, "Oh, is that how it went down?" I was like, "Yeah, that's what it seems like to me." So it does seem like he could be a potential member, and he didn't actually do. I think we saw like a little fighting, but I thought we were actually going to see him pop off the way Vigilante got to pop off.
He killed however many people. Was it 22?
Yeah, it was a quick scene there, but I thought we were going to get like an action
killed
scene.
in a
Before it was
pool
4.
with a telephone wire.
Yeah. Tay, your thoughts on Judo Master this episode?
Yeah, I liked how we got to see a different side of him here, and just working with the crew, and kind of like just not being a total closed off jerk, but he's just kind of opening up a little bit, and he kind of is starting to see through the lines of what everyone else sees when it comes to Peacemaker and all that. So I thought his performance in here was great, and I was really enjoying it. And I liked when he had that dialogue with Vigilante, the two of them, and he's like, "What's that on your chest? Looks like there's cum on your chest."
That was
like,
great.
Why do you want to cum on my chest? It was so good.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great dialogue. It's so funny.
Yeah,
But,
no, that was great because sometimes that stuff doesn't hit, but that whole back and forth, like that symbol's awful, and the two vigilantes together, and what's his favorite Pokemon? You won't believe it. It's the same as mine, and all this stuff. And I was actually, I get because he has to save his world, but for a second I thought that vigilante was gonna go with them because he was just going everywhere, and he was
I
very
wish he
close to
did,
that door.
But that was
He
such a
can't leave his-
fucking cool scene though, when he oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? Amelia Harcourt. Yeah, she's just like, she like dolphin dives backwards and lands there in slow motion. Vigilante just does this fucking like triple aerial roundhouse kick and like kicks the door closed. Like, oh, that was fucking badass.
Robbed her of ensuring her life safety though, right? Because which I liked. I liked that Peacemaker's out of there and Keith's just all fucking broken and everything, dying but not dead, and she's gonna put him down. But
that's like, why even do that? Why even be like, time to stop you from chasing us, and then she doesn't even get the shot off, and it's like,
I think she felt bad about it.
oh,
a
it
little
was
bit.
so stupid. I hated that. I hated that so much. Like, have the same
She's
result,
a
but just don't even
person.
have that. Like, have her just jump through the door, do the cool pirouette thing that Taylor just shouted out.
I think they're just trying to show she has some human emotion there, right? So she's like telling this guy, of like, I don't want to kill you, but I kind of have to, right? Which was a interesting. Well, but she was trying to, but then she didn't get to. So yeah, obviously it's not going to go good for her. But that was an interesting thread throughout this episode where and we didn't get that explained. They're chasing ads. Keith gets the call, like, come back. He's like, oh, we're doing something really important. He's like, Robert Patrick, no, the dad. He's like, no, this is way more important than what you're doing right now. Get here now. He gets there. Same thing. Nice exposition dump. Takes 15 to 20 seconds. Keith's updating everything. There we go. Episode continues. But they say what's happening. And then as, they get the Peacemakers running away from the cops, which I do like that scene. I don't take my joke on it, but I like the scene of Harcourt laying against them and him, like, grabbing her, which I feel like finally it's like, oh, like finally now maybe she's revealing some feelings. Might be a little too late obviously for the situation, but I like that. Felt like Peacemaker did not really put up a fight with these cops. Like, I know they're cops, but I just felt like he just pulled over. I was like, you got me. I was expecting a chase scene, and I was like, oh, did we lose some of the budget here? Like, were we out? Did Robert Patrick cost too much this season? I don't know, but it's just like they pull over, Blue Demon or Blue Dragon and whatever Keith's hero's name called. They land down.
Keith.
Just Keith, yeah. They land down, they massacre all these cops. They kill them all. Not even like trying to.
But they're bad guys, though, right?
They're
what the Blue
corrupt.
Dragon said.
Well, yes and no, though, because then when she says that hardcore, it's like, you killed innocent people. And he's like, cops? No, they're not innocent here. Which, again, that was good because Ad said that and he said that because he's like, oh, I know, it must be perfect over there. Which I'm not saying all cops are bad, but again, obviously there's lots of cops with the reputation of abusing authority, right? Through our entire generations, though, right? I feel like even more so now because of body cams and social media, that stuff spreads. So, but I did like that inference of him being like, yeah, the cops, there's no good cops here, which is just like, well, doesn't mean all the good cops are good where we are. So that's what I was saying, though. It's like, I don't think his dad was a bad guy, which is odd because I feel like everybody we talked about, like, well, okay, if he was racist in that one universe that had like where the Nazis didn't win, he has to be really bad here, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like Keith maybe the more like racial, like Hail Lothier, like that type of stuff.
Yeah. I took it like because the universes are, it's not just like a different universe, it just really swapped. Like, okay, the Nazis won, so then his dad was so bitter and angry from his universe, like the Prime Peacemaker's dad. And then here, because that stuff didn't occur, like I thought it was just because the Nazis won, he's happy now. But it wasn't that case, actually.
No.
Like it was just a total moral alignment, like switch of the character, which was such a big surprise and like a pleasant surprise. Like, yeah, I really loved all the sequences leading up to that point.
Yeah.
I ended up enjoying that point too, because of course I'm just like, for fuck's sakes, of course this happens, which is great. I wouldn't have changed that by any means at all, but just for the sake of like Chris, like Peacemaker, and just losing his dad right in front of him
Again.
and having Keith like held down, and he's having PTSD flashbacks to when he
They're all
actually
just
murdered
stabbing
his
him
son.
or-
It's fucked up. There's weird humor in there, but like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It was just so good. I was chewing all that up, and I loved the switch of the dad. I loved how like he was just a genuine nice guy. It's like, well, I believe that you didn't
Yeah,
actually
we should
try
let
to
him
kill my
go.
son. Let him go. Like I loved how all that was playing out, and I feel like some people might be like, oh, it's too easy, but like it wasn't really easy because obviously it was complicated. Vigilante Squared came in and stabbed
Listen,
the
I don't
fuck.
choose where I live, but I try to make the best choices. So when I face God one day, He'll know I'm a good man.
He's getting stabbed in the neck, and I love how the shot goes to, like Economos strapped to the chair. He's like, "Fuck!"
And just like, and the second they had that shot, which is good block, but the second they got that shot where Robert Patrick walks and there's like the windows clearly in the center frame, it's like, oh no, he's
I thought he was
done.
gonna shoot him through the window.
Me
I
too.
thought he did.
And it was so much worse, like in a good way. It wasn't just like a shot, which actually would have made sense because like Chris shot his dad, right? So it would have made
Yeah.
shot, like this ended up being so much worse of Vigilante breaking through the window and just shanking this fucking guy in the throat while, like I said, he's in mid-hero speech, right? That's where they show this character. He's not a racist, he's not a Nazi, but he's in this world where he even said to Hardcore, it's like, oh, do you fight every injustice that you see? You must be a perfect person. He's admitting like, I don't agree with what people are doing, but I can only do so much as one guy, right? And then as he says that, he gets killed. And yeah, just Chris shaking his dad's body. He wasn't a Nazi. He wasn't. And it's just. But then Keith on the other end does not seem like they're like, you were chasing. And it's like, yeah. Well, they got out, which they didn't. I don't know if we'll get anything more next week. They didn't explain more of that as far as like, where are they, how they round them up, like obviously like, yeah, Nazis won, but just when he's like, yeah, I haven't seen one in a while, I was wondering if we're gonna get a little bit more of the world building there. Maybe that'll come. It's not a con,
Well,
but
they just say camps, right? I mean, that's
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else you really build off of that. Really, I think it's just playing off of what was created in World War II.
Yeah, no, I guess so. I guess, but didn't they want to eradicate different races? Like if they're being kept around, like concentration camps usually just led to all these people being killed, right? So why are there people still alive to get out is what I'm saying in this world where they're just running roughshod. I guess they're maybe just doing all the worst jobs in the world and everyone's living a clean life. But again, I thought we'd get a little bit more, but I think we're done that world and we didn't see like a Superman or anything like that. And I think that's fine because I like even last week Gunn did refer to it as Earth X. So it's not like, oh, this was inspired by Earth X. Like he says it's Earth X. So that to me implies that I'm not saying like, oh, next project, Man of Tomorrow, but I'm saying like I think there's a high chance we could go back here multiple times, even whether it's Keith or whatnot. Like we can return here because there's many times in the comics where it's like, yeah, there is a bad version of this hero, bad version of that. So it's probably best they didn't bite off more they could chew this season and show us everything, right? Like here's Nazi Superman, here's Nazi Bruce Wayne, or whatever it may be. Like I think they showed a nice, well, not a nice, a terrible slice of life, but a slice of life nonetheless. So, but yeah, Taylor, what do you think about Robert Patrick actually seeming to be, much more decent than he was in the other universe where Keith maybe he's a bit more hardened by this world and he was not going to let that Chris go. Seems like he's probably fine with the bad stuff going on. So what do you take from the family values here?
Yeah, well, the actor, popping off in Tulsa King. It's great to see him, just all over the place.
Oh fuck! I can't believe Taylor's internet just got lost again. But no, he's back. He's gonna try and hit some more Tulsa King, and I'm just gonna hit him with.
Shut the fuck up!
As tomorrow is what are we? October 3rd, October 4th. Come up for Mean Girls. Stop trying to make Tulsa King happen. Taylor. It's okay. Go. You can do volunteer work. There's tons of stuff in Kelowna where you can go and visit old folk centers. You can go there, and everyone's talking about Tulsa King. I promise you. Over the little pool table or the table where they knit, they're talking all about Sly Stallone, Robert Patrick.
My boss was going off about Tulsa King, and I love it too because everybody that praises Tulsa King, they're all like, "That's Sly, man. That's you still got it. He's got it."
So fucking good.
It's because they grew a Sly Stallone like that motherfucker. Like, have you ever watched Delirious or Raw with Eddie Murphy? He's talking about how much Italians love Rocky, and he's like, and guess what, Sly? He gets him again in this one. It's like people just love Sly for some reason, but it's the old people. Go ahead, Taylor. Robert Patrick, yes.
Robert Patrick, yeah. I liked him a lot in this episode. I liked that he was just the opposite of what he was in the other universe. I liked that he was just, good guy. Well, he was a murderer for sure, but he was trying to make peace with what he could. He just fights the battles that are in front, the monsters that are in front of him and whatnot, and uses that to just do good where he can. And I again, when hardcore is just like, yo, you're a Nazi, and he just gets super offended by that. Like, I'm not a Nazi.
I am not.
It makes sense. I wasn't expecting that, but it makes sense. And I liked when he was so sincere, like, you guys we're gonna round you up, you guys are gonna get out of here, you're gonna go back, and how he was disgusted at the other version of him that he saw, his doppelganger back in the day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of development there that I really, really liked, but yeah, it's unfortunate that he died. I really wanted him to live, but yeah, just that whole fucking scene where it frames it up perfectly, and you see Vigilante coming in the background. I thought, fuck, they're gonna kill him. And like you guys, I thought he was gonna get shot for sure. But yeah, no, I felt really bad because you think, okay, maybe it's just gonna be one like knife stab or whatever. Vigilante just fucking shanks him 20 times in his neck, and then Keith is just freaking the fuck out. It's just absolute pandemonium. Keith shoots Vigilante, and then you get what is his name? I can't remember. From Who the fuck did this? Scary movie. Who the fuck did this?
Fucking guy.
Because he was a guy in season 1, right? He was a character.
I don't remember him in season
Peacemaker.
I don't remember him in season 1.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he had a role in there.
But that got me though. And the door fucking opened. I saw him. Like, oh shit, that's great.
Yeah. And that's why it also made sense too when he wanted to warn. He's like, "You're not coming in here. Like, you need to warn." I was like, "Why is he being so just like?" I know he wants to handle the situation, but he was so against the police. But again, next sentence later, he talks about how not all the police are good, right? So,
and weird too when you're just trying to break down what he's saying about the other Chris when he's looking at Keith. Like, I love Chris a lot, but he wasn't devoid of having problems, the drugs and the alcohol and all that kind of stuff. It's like, well,
violent, he said.
Are you implying that you're glad that he died and it was just an accident? Like, it's hard to understand where he's.
It's kind of funny. I feel like he almost was like, he shares that with his doppelganger, where I feel like Robert Patrick and Prime one wouldn't have been that mad if Chris was dead, right? Like, I feel like they didn't have a good relationship. So it is kind of funny, but I think this is kind of like I think because obviously we learned he was an addict, right? I think it's kind of like with anybody else. If you have someone that has major addiction, you hope for the best, but I bet there's times where if they go missing or they're gone, you just kind of expect that at some point you're just going to find them dead. Like, you still love them, but it's almost like he's talking about him like he was lost. And, obviously we don't know the state of him then, because when Keith first saw him, he's like, "Oh, you're off the pills, right?" And everything. So I don't know. That could have been a recent thing, right? Where they got him into rehab or got him to stop. Like, it literally could have been within the past couple weeks of that happening, where they think he's on the mend and stuff. So that's how I kind of took it, that he just knew that his son at some point was going to be downward spiraling, and he's not too surprised because, and even then when he tells the story about how he attacked him, everything, he doesn't take that, he doesn't seem that shocked by it. You know, he's like, oh yeah, like I believe him, right? So I bet it's just kind of that situation where they've probably been on missions and he's seen him be, you know, overly aggressive or violent when he didn't really need to be. So
Yeah.
yeah, and Kirkland, you did, or someone brought, I think it was Kirkland, but Espo's bringing up that Gunn has now said on Threads that the finale is longer than 57 minutes, so it is 58 minutes. Why does he do these things? Why do you just not give the full runtime? Why do you say it's longer than 57 minutes? You know, why don't you just
Speaks in riddles.
yeah, always.
My wife may or may not get railed by John Cena next
Jesus
episode.
Christ. That's the whole 57 minutes. Taylor's just in hell watching this episode. It's just like, you remember the last time it's a shame? It's just that, but John Cena. Just the full face and everything. Oh my God.
Like the grimy,
the
grimy
hotel.
sex clubs.
Yeah. I think I have everything. The big we talked like last week. They're like, oh, Lex Luthor's like, oh, I got someone free to meet, which is this fucking other side guy from Superman. I'd say, Gunn, don't do that because people spent like a week speculating, and everyone's like, oh, it's just this fucking guy. Like, just say
He's
the guy's
coming
name
back
next
though.
time. Yeah, did you see the end credit too with him?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Fucking forgot about that again.
Well,
Tuesday,
he just
I
was gonna
forgot.
masturbate, and I was like,
That's really
why?
what it was. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
With the
he's
guard
like-
smiling next to him too. Like this is fucking weird.
Yeah, the end credit is like, oh well, with this, he's at the computer hacking, and he looks around, and no one's like, a couple guys are there, but it looks like he's done. He's like, well, with this free time, I'm gonna get back on Pornhub, and he like spits in his hand, and the guard's like just staring at him. He's like, all right, I'm gonna drown this laptop, and then he takes off his pants, and they go to credits, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know why I need to know that. Like Lex Luthor's like lackey over here, is just like masturbating in front of people. It's just sometimes, again, it's just
James Gunn just putting in his
Yeah, I think that works in certain situations, but they're not needed, you know, and I didn't find it funny. So, Daddy Rooster says the final episode is going through dimensions. It's going to be good. I hope. That could be fun, but if it's just like, I don't know, if it's just like cameo porn or different multiverse, like I need still a story reason. Like I don't just need like, what's through this door? What's through this door? It's like, that's a cool short. I need like an actual, okay, what's going on with Chris? Like other than him just being locked up, like what's his arc now? Obviously, his arc in this episode was he's decided that he's what's wrong. He's the terrible person. He's like, doesn't matter what dimension, he's just like the angel of death. Like everything that happens, you know, he's the bad guy. So, and again, I don't know what they're gonna do with him if there is no season 3. It feels like that'd be a crazy like to resolve that in the next week's, because I just feel like in Superman he's gonna be back to like, hey, fuck you, Big Blue. Like he's gonna be back to like the Peacemaker we love. I don't think Superman's gonna meet him and it's gonna be depressed Chris like, I just can't stand what happened in my life. Like whatever happens next week, he's gonna get over it. So that's what I'm more interested in. But sure, let's see some doors. You know, anything as we end this off? Anything you guys are looking for in the finale?
One of those doors could have Robert Pattinson's Batman behind
Nope.
it.
That I will fail this season if I see one fucking Robert Pattinson slightest.
That's like the
F.
end credit. It's like we got work to do. Suit up.
No, he's at a laptop. He's like, don't mind me. I'm gonna look at your Pornhub you have in this dimension. And he starts
Spits on his hand.
Yeah, like that's why. And if anyone asks me why I want them separated, that's why. I don't want some fucking Remember the guy in Matt Reeves' Batman's like, you have no jurisdiction here, going. I don't need like
Oh,
some
with the
fucking
cool
end credit where he's like,
voice.
I'm just gonna take a second. Like I just. That's what I always fear.
my voice goes like this.
Yeah, I'm sucking lots of cock, my own. You know, like I don't want to risk anything happening. And again, James Gunn's character, so he can do that. But I do not want to see any Pattinson near this universe, near John Cena whatsoever. Keep them separate. My God, very sad. Batman was supposed to be out today. Have you guys seen those posts going around? It's the
It
original
was supposed
date.
to be out like a year ago. Or
No,
something.
today was the original date, 2025, October 3rd. So we would have been seeing it Thursday. We would have been
Now it's
reviewing
next
that.
year, right?
But now, no, it's 2 years from now. But now we're talking about this guy masked.
Hell. I wish you didn't even bring that up. That just
See,
made it so much more sad.
He forced it into the future so we could be, because he wanted to put Peacemaker out now and Superman, all that kind of stuff.
I think
His
Superman
projects
with a
first.
Peacemaker. I don't think no. But remember, Matt Reeves also had stuff going on that delayed it. So it's not just a James Gunn thing.
Is the new Superman Man of Tomorrow, is that coming out next year?
No, it's coming out like 3 or 4 months before the Batman. It's July.
See?
2027.
This fucking guy, look at him.
What's he supposed to do? He can't wait around for Matt Reeves. He's supposed to strike with iron hot. Dad Rooster says if Robert Pattinson is in one of the dimensions, going to blow my mind. That's good. If he's in one of the dimensions, this is going to be me next Thursday.
Look at me! Oh no! Jesus Christ!
I'll be Maul taking a big leap out of here. No Robert Pattinson whatsoever. Cast your own Batman. He says he wants to do Elseworlds, man. Let's get fucking Elseworlds going. This is your fucking show me your cards, show Elseworlds.
This is gonna be Robert Pattinson's Batman, just trapped in James Gunn's.
Is James the one singing to
Yeah,
him?
oh yeah, of course.
What have you
He's
done?
like-
What have
he's
you
the one
done?
singing. He's trapped. He can't get out.
Again,
What have you done?
that's not gonna happen. But just who knows? So, anything else?
Do you think he's gonna get a bike before the end of the season? He didn't get this Peace bike into the universe, right? He
Right.
didn't get the chance. Or is he gonna go back and get it?
I
guess
think
he
we
kinda
could see
gave up
like
the portal.
the episode end. And he's making a bike, or we could see him with a P cycle in Superman. That's what I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sick bike. I hope he gets something cool like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to shout out, but when he does the jetpack with hardcore, that got me too. He like goes slamming into the into the wall through the glass. It's just, yeah, it was good.
Harcourt's reaction is great. What the fuck, Chris? That was glass.
Very dangerous. She didn't have a helmet on. Like that could have just been fatal.
Imagine that he killed her too. I'm the problem. All right, we'll be back next week for the finale of Peacemaker. Should be a fun episode to talk about, review, see what's going on, and I promise you, it'll not be boring.